All right, so with our seedlings here, you can see we've got a lot of fungus and disease throughout our seedlings. And so what I'm going to do today is show you what I like to do to kind of eliminate the fungus and disease that we have. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I think it's worth it in the long run. And along with that, I'm going to make sure I plant some backups, more backups as well. So let's go ahead. Let's get straight into this video. All right, so this is a method that I've used for a while with bleach, and I just use a small bit amount of bleach, just a top full. All right, so I'm going to pour a top full in there, and then what I'm going to do is fill this container up all the way until the little line area that you see, which is kind of clear. And I've got my clean water that's going to clean the seedlings off. We have everything we need now. So we've got water mixed with a tiny bit of bleach. So the bleach is going to actually help kill off any germs, any mold, any mildew, any moisture that doesn't need to be on the plant, as well as the root. So I also have a cup here. So this cup is what I'm going to use to dip the roots in and then bring it right back out. And then we're going to transplant one of the seedlings, and I'm going to show you my entire process. Okay, so basically this is a clean cup. Just going to go ahead, scoop up some water, fill it all the way up there, as you can see. And then I'm going to take my little towel here, dip that in there as well, and I'm going to use that to clean off the scissors that I'm going to use. And you're going to want to clean off your scissors every time you switch over to a new plant. Okay, now when it comes to dealing with bleach, make sure you take the necessary precautions in order to not get yourself sick or skin damage and whatnot. Okay, so make sure you're using gloves, mask, glasses that will help protect you. Of course, I have to say that, but I'm sure most of you have experience with bleach, right? So I have my scissors, okay, have that ready to go. And so I'm going to start with this first one here. Gonna squeeze that out. All right, and so it looks like this one doesn't have a great root system, but it can still be saved. So what I'm gonna do is just crumble off everything that we have on here. Okay, I'm gonna crumble it all off. All right, I'm gonna leave the roots bare, okay, as bare as we can without getting anything damaged. Okay, so you can see it's got a decent root system. And all I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna dip it. All right, I'm gonna dip it in there. Make sure the roots are nice and clean. All right, and without touching any of the disease area, I'm gonna take my scissors and just clip off any part that looks like it has disease on it. All right, any part. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip the whole entire plant in there. So just one dip like that. All right, so I'm gonna let it sit and dry out for a second. And as I let it dry out, I'm gonna get my transplant cup ready. All right, so as you can see, we've got the transplant cup. It's got more room than what it's in now. I'm gonna poke my hole in there. Make sure that this cup is well draining. Okay, so I'm gonna set it here. Gonna get a scoop of my potting mix here. Then I'm just gonna put that in there. Okay, and after you've let it dry out some, you can take your plant, stick it in there. Okay, put a little bit more of your mix in there. Make sure the roots are all in there. Okay, and then you're gonna let it sit. And now once it's sat for an hour or so, you can take your regular water jug and just water it down. Okay, so I'm gonna continue that same process. All right, gonna clean the scissors off, get ready for the next round here. And a lot of times this works. If your plant is really diseased, it may be a little bit too late. This is why you want to really jump on these things as soon as possible. So let's try another one that's diseased. So we got another one here. Gonna be careful. Gonna get all this extra stuff off here so that the roots are exposed. Try not to damage them. Be very careful. All right. Gonna dip that root in there. Clean it off really good. Gonna take your scissors again. You're gonna cut off any area that looks to be diseased. Okay? Any diseased area. All right, so now we're gonna dip the whole thing in there. Dip. Okay. Again, you're gonna let it dry out right here. And now we're gonna get our cup here. We're gonna put our potting mix in here. Okay. I'm gonna need a little bit more for this one. All right, and now that it's dried out some, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. Then you're just gonna cover it up with the rest of the mix we have here. All right. And these are sunflowers, by the way. I really need these sunflowers to last. So that's the process, guys. So that's what I like to do to kind of eliminate the mold, mildew, the fungus, the negative buildup that'll come and wipe out your crops that you have. So I got to do this entire tray. Like I said, it's a little bit tedious, but hey, if you can save your crops, why not? You know, I'm still going to plant more of what I have just in case things don't work out. Yeah, some of them may not make it. Like I said, you know, sometimes you can get to this a little bit too late because fungus moves very quickly. Okay. And so again, I'm in the Midwest where it gets extremely hot and it gets extremely cold and the weather can change on a dime. So the moisture in the air can really have a negative impact on our seedlings, even if you have a greenhouse like I do, where it's got great airflow. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, make sure you're using precaution when you're working with bleach. So again, this is what works for me. Make sure you're wearing your gloves. Make sure you're wearing your glasses. You know, make sure you're wearing your mask. Until next time, guys. Hopefully this will help somebody out. Signing out. Peace.